Welcome to my quick little snippet on assessments and thinking through screening tools with the hourglass figure. I can utilize my thinking around the hourglass as I march through different skills for my students with my assessment protocols, trying to decide where in the phonological awareness continuum or perhaps where in the phonics and spelling continuum my students might have strengths or weaknesses. For example, if I'm using a screener like Dibbles or AimsWeb or TPIRI or Fox in a Box or a CBM measure, I want to know how my students are doing, especially when they're young beginning readers with phonological awareness. I often have screening tools that are PSF, phoneme segmentation fluency, where I'm asking my students to be able to segment sounds within words. So whenever you give a measure that is phoneme segmentation fluency, both for accuracy and automaticity, you're kind of checking right in here in the basic level of phonological and phonemic awareness at the segmenting level. If I were to back that up a little bit for phonological and phonemic awareness, I could check to see if my students are gaining a sensitivity to the beginning sound in a word and can produce and recognize that in words. So I am at the onset rhyme and alliterative level, really, especially I'm asking, do you know and are you aware of the onset within a word? So that is first sound fluency or ISF, initial sound fluency. In addition to our phonological and phonemic awareness screening tools, I can check to see whether or not they are able to be aware of sounds and layer those sounds onto the letter and letter patterns that they've never seen before. So if I ask my students to look at a letter and go to a sound and sound it out with patterns like lut or nog, those are nonsense words, then I know that they understand this alphabetic principle if they're accurate and automatic. In some of our screening tools, we have nonsense word fluency. That checks right here in the bottleneck. It's very helpful. In addition, we also have bigger outcome measures, our oral reading fluency measures, or CBMs, easy CBMs. And down here, depending on the grade level, all of these skills are necessary in order to be able to read words in a variety of patterns in connected text. So as I'm thinking through my screening tools, I'll notice that I can do checks here for phonology, checks here for my basic phonics, and I can do a check down here for the whole big picture of putting this together. You might also notice that there's a big span between nonsense word fluency and oral reading fluency. I need some informal diagnostics to dig in to see if some of my students have trouble in here. So whenever I have a student who appears not to be doing well in oral reading fluency, I want to ask myself why. There are lots of questions and areas that can be weak. Here are a couple of things to consider and talk about in your data meetings and in your planning in your RTI or MTSS systems. For instance, if I want to know how well my students are reading and spelling in this gap right in here, I need a really nice phonics screener. So if I had a phonics screener, and there are a few out there in the market that look at real words and nonsense words in increasingly more complex patterns, starting from easier and going to more difficult, that would let me know both if they're the nonsense words, if they understand that alphabetic principle, and as the real words, I'll get a sense of how much they already can read for words. This is all, of course, important to do out of context. You don't want them relying on vocabulary or comprehension. You want them relying on the alphabetic system of reading and spelling. Oh, which does bring me to the spelling. Spelling is a fabulous window into what a student does understand. So a spelling inventory can also give us a clue as to how well our students are representing the sounds and the letter patterns down here. In addition to that, if students have significant difficulties at one or more areas here and they've not been taught in a systematic, explicit manner, you might think it's dyschia or a lack of exposure, but it also could be that there's a disability or a difficulty up here in the phonological awareness. You'll definitely see that in weak first sound and weak PSF. But I could take a closer look and for the continuum here, give a phonological screener. I'll write the past, the phonological awareness screening test, because that is an informal assessment authored by David Kilpatrick that takes a look at the beginning or the early, basic, and advanced levels in two ways, both in accuracy and automaticity, because we also take a look at whether or not students can address these skills within 2 seconds worth of time. So if I think about the assessment portions necessary to help me know where my students are in word reading and spelling skills, these are the screening tools and the informal diagnostics that give me a clue as to where the breakdowns may be. Thanks for listening.